This Icon podcast is hosted and sponsored by Sphere Rocket Virtual Assistants, a leading provider for your virtual assistants and outsourcing needs. Owned by one of the top-ranking EXP agents, Justin Nelson. Sphere Rocket VA provides a one-stop virtual staffing solution for business owners, and we specialize in helping business owners grow their business by leveraging through virtual assistants. Trusted by the top names in the real estate industry like Kyle Whistle, Andrew Franklin, John Kitchens, and many more. Get ready to up your success and we'll help you achieve your business goals. Book your free consultation at sphererocketva.com and find out how we can make your life easier.
What's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Icon Podcast. I am your host, as always, Gianna, and today we've got the opportunity, my tongue's tired, of talking to Amy Izzo. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for your time.
Hi, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Of course. So, Amy, tell us a little bit about your background. Who are you? Where are you from? How did you find yourself in the world of real estate?
Sure. So I'm Amy Izzo. I'm based out of the Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland markets. I say I'm a border agent. I've got 2 states that I'm working actively, and this is my 9th year in real estate. So I'm super excited about that. I came into real estate after just about a 20-year stint in corporate America. Got just pretty burnt out. I thought for a while that was going to be my career and I was going to just stay at that company forever. And I changed my mind, got a little burnt out and decided that I could do better as an entrepreneur. And I always loved real estate. And so took the opportunity to jump in to the fire, because that's what it is, right? When we jump into the fire, and the rest is history. I'm still here.
Well, awesome. Well, Amy, how were you introduced to EXP? What did that transition look like for you? Because obviously it wasn't your first brokerage, right?
No, it is not my first brokerage. I think it's my 3rd brokerage. I was shopping pretty hard, looking at all of the big names, right? And looking for a different place to hang my hat. I had grown my business to a pretty good level, but wanted to be able to scale a little bit more. And a friend of mine on the West Coast had moved his brokerage to EXP, which caught my attention. And so I dialed him up and got to learn a little bit more about it and was super impressed. And I probably moved more quickly than most because I was already in that, I was already looking, right? I was already looking and comparing and had looked at several models. And I just believed that and still believe that there is no better model.
Absolutely. Yeah. And, Amy, you touched on a little bit, it's the model, right? There's so much to EXP that it has to offer, rev share, stock options, collaborations. You could build a team, run as a solo agent. There's awards, there's statuses. So what's your favorite part of being with EXP, or maybe something you didn't expect that now you really enjoy about the brokerage?
So all of it, right? You said it all, but I think if I'm honest, my favorite part is every year when I hit that icon, I get that $16,000 back in stock. Mm-hmm. So that's one of my favorite parts. But bigger than that, it's the people, right? So we have an opportunity to leverage and collaborate with people at all levels across the world, not even just across the country, across the world. So I can be on the phone or on a Zoom or on a podcast like this with really cool people that are operated in a higher level than I am, and we can help each other to grow our businesses. And I can do the same for others right here at EXP. So I'm super excited about that opportunity. And that has been the most fulfilling. So we're not out here alone, right? We're not out here alone.
The collaboration.
I tell people I feel more ingrained in culture here than I have anywhere else. And I'm not in an office. My office is wherever I am.
Yes, I love that. And Amy, what does your work-life balance look like, right? You said that your office is wherever you are, so that's cool. But where do you draw the line between work and play? How do you take care of Amy, but also make sure that your clients are, well taken care of and they feel like they're cared for? And it's a hard balance. So what does yours look like?
So it's a hard balance. So it's a combination of, time blocking, right? Time blocking my stuff first. So I come first. Nobody knows that. Shh, don't tell them. I come first. So, my exercise goes in first. My morning and evening routines go in first. My family time goes in first. And real estate revolves around that. But to layer on top of that, it's just having good leverage in place, a really good support structure in place, not only through technology, but also really good people to make sure that we can perform, to the level that we want to perform. And everybody can do that, right? Even a new agent can make sure there's a TC in place, right? You can have a transaction coordinator and, pay them per transaction. So, early on, even when we're brand new and we're like, we don't have the money for this leverage thing. What is that? We do, right? We really do have it. It's just about your perspective on it and putting that plan into place and then growing it as the volume grows and you scale.
Absolutely. And Amy, you talked about scale and volume and growing. So, do you have any virtual assistants or TCs or ISAs or real life assistants, office managers? And what are some of those first things that you recommend people start leveraging off and those hires they start to make in order to scale up to the level of business that you're doing?
Yeah. So everyone should have a transaction coordinator from day one, right? From the minute you start your first transaction, you should not be processing paperwork. Our job is to cultivate relationships, set appointments, and close deals. That's our job. So doesn't mean we don't have some other admin things. There are still some admin, right, that we do, but that is not where we should be spending our time. So everyone should start with a TC. And then, I think that you've got to I think there's lots of things you can say. What I did is I added an assistant next that can really get into my calendar and help me schedule and keep me on track.
Sure.
And I've graduated to, I have a database manager and I have an ISA team as well. So, so now I have some help making those calls and managing the CRM, but that's come with time.
Right. And Amy, how have you gone through like relinquishing control to that? Because I find a lot of real estate agents are like, I do it best. I have this, but are you the best at it if it's not getting done? So how have you been able to kind of tell yourself, hey, I've got to step back and trust my people to do this?
Well, that's still hard. I'm still having those conversations with myself a few, even years into this, but I would say it's really about, you have to be honest with yourself. Like, what are you not doing?
Yeah.
And multiplying yourself. So I don't have 40 hours in a week, right? I can have 160 hours in a week because I've multiplied myself, right? So with multiple people, so that all have clear responsibilities. So there's a lot of me's, and even if I believe they don't do it as well as me, and what you learn is they do it better than you over time. But even if I really believe that, if they could do it at 80% as good, 60% as good as me, it can only grow from there. And at least it's getting done. I mean, we lie to ourselves and we say, we're going to do all these things. We're going to get all these things done. And one or two things happen. We drive ourselves to burnout, right? Because we try to do all the things and we still don't really get them all done. Or we just do the most pressing things in front of us and all these other things sit out there and hang out there and weigh on our mindset. So putting the right leverage in place to help you grow your business is super, super important. And you can start small, just start small and grow, as your business grows.
Absolutely.
Investing in your business. And
you've got to spend money to make money.
When you do that, you're reinvesting in your life too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love to dance, I love to exercise, and those are not things I'm willing to give up.
Right.
For business.
As you should. You got to take care of yourself. You come first. Don't tell anybody.
Right.
So
me first, then everybody else, even my kids. So even my kids, once I come first, then you come next, because I can serve everyone better if I'm fulfilled.
Yes, preach. So Amy, hold on, I'm going to write this part down because that was gold.
It's true.
So Amy, let's talk about your production. What is the average housing price in your area? And then I see Indiana and Chicagoland. So are you in two different states or two different cities? Or so anyway, what's that production look like? Explain to us there about how many houses do you need to sell to cap? Give us the lowdown.
So I'm in two markets. So I'm in Illinois and Indiana. So, and they're only within about 35 minutes of each other. So I'm like right on the border of these two states. So I'm licensed in both states. And so my production without my team depends on how hard I want to work, somewhere between 80 and 100 homes a year.
Yeah.
Between our list. And I'm split pretty evenly between the two states, 50-50 between Illinois and Indiana. Our average price point, I would say, is kind of moving up more to that 280, at least mine. I'm right in that $280,000 mark. And so how many houses do I need to cap? Oh, that's interesting. Not that many. Not that many. So maybe a dozen, or depending on how the price point on those, or less.
Sure.
I think it's 8. Hold. Please hold.
No worries. Yeah.
It's somewhere in 8 to 12, depending on where my price point is sitting at that time in the year, to cap. And so it's pretty easy to cap. And then Icon, which, here's what's funny is we had the schedule today, and look what came in the mail.
Stop.
Literally, could not even lie. Look, came in the mail. This is my new Icon.
Your little spirit fingers.
Yeah. So that came, and it was just a coincidence because we've had this on the calendar, right?
The universe works in funny ways, Amy.
So, then about another, if you're looking at Icon, and you should be, about another 20 transactions. So I would say about 28, 30 transactions I can cap and Icon.
Awesome. So Amy, beyond just production, you also have that cultural commitment, right? So you can mentor, teach, coach, be on a panel, vet other icons. So what is your cultural commitment? Why do you choose to go down that route out of all those options?
So my cultural commitment the first year, because this is my second year here. So the first year was as a certified mentor, so that I can help other agents in the market, just as they get acclimated to EXP, get acclimated to the real estate business, or help them overcome any challenges in their business. I'm a natural coach. I have a small coaching group, so I love to do that. So this is just a way to do that here. I am now working on my next cultural commitment, which is I'm going to become a certified instructor. So I'm in the process of getting my instructor certification. So I have another one very soon.
Good for you, Amy. That's great. And, those are just some of the opportunities that EXP's Icon Award has to offer you. You also get that cap back in stock, opportunities to get stock for EXP Con shareholders, that big glass shiny trophy you just showed us. So Absolutely. What is your favorite part about being an Icon agent? Why is that on a list of standards for yourself year after year?
I mean, for me, it's about building my retirement. So I'm producing at a high level anyway to feed my family, right? To take care of the things that we want to have in our life. And so EXP is giving me my cap back every year. Nobody else is offering that to me. And I'm building a retirement fund for myself for the future that I wouldn't otherwise have. So someday I'm going to get to have a retirement party if I want one. And, that's the old joke is, have you ever been to a realtor's retirement party? Maybe not.
But now that EXP's around, expect some more invites.
It's really not funny, right? So this is just a great opportunity. And, we're in the top in the company. Who doesn't love that? The top echelon of the company. I love that.
Top 2%.
Yeah.
You guys are the ones that are teaching in EXP world. And so even cooler, for people coming over and looking to do training and being mentored, you're being mentored by the top 2%, the best of the best in the industry. I think that is so cool that EXP has implemented this. And it just really speaks levels about the company and the morale, and everybody wants everybody to grow here.
I agree. The biggest shocker when I came into real estate from corporate America was I felt like everyone had their hands over their paper, like when you were in school. And don't look at my answers, don't look at my test. And that's not where we're at now, right? We're at a place where I finally found a place where we just all help each other succeed.
Right.
Like there's no need to have a secret. I don't have to hide my stuff. I can tell you what I do, and then you can go implement it in your way.
Right. And then the company grows, and then our stock grows, and then we all win. So it's great. And Amy, my next question is going to be for somebody that is coming over to EXP and they see the Icon Award. Maybe they're a rookie. Maybe they are a high producing agent at another brokerage. They just made the switch. They see this Icon Award, and there's a lot to take in when you're coming over to EXP. So they want to focus on the Icon Award. Is it possible for them to Icon in their first year with EXP? What are either some big mistakes to avoid or daily goals to set out to try to get there for them? That's a big goal, if it's even possible.
Yeah, I would say it's absolutely possible. You can achieve anything you set your sights on, but you have to have the commitment and then the consistent activity. So that's what it is. I was talking to my agents on our huddle this morning, and we were talking about this very thing. And I said, guys, I am 9.5 years in, and I still have consistent daily activity. I have to prospect every day, right? I have to convert every day. I have to build the pipeline out for the next year every day. I'm not so focused just on who's going to buy today. Yes, I need people to buy today, but I also need people to buy the next 12 months beyond, right? So it's really about consistent activity, recognizing where people are every single day so that you can keep the pipeline filling up and you can get yourself into this predictable income state, and everybody can get there, and you can icon your first year. Absolutely. And you should. And if you don't know how, you should call me or one of the icons and we will help you.
Absolutely. And hold yourself accountable and find an accountability buddy and lean into your mentors and your upline and everybody to help get you there, because they want you to. They want you to.
Yeah.
It's an elite status. Of course, they want everybody to succeed in that. And who wants to leave that cap on the table? Nobody, right? Get that cap back in stock. Let that sucker multiply. And Amy, my next question would be, were you ever skeptical of EXP when you were first introduced to it?
So I heard about EXP a couple years before I talked to anyone about it. And I had read a lot about it, and I was a little concerned. It was new. Well, it wasn't that new, but that's what was my perception. It was new. And I was a little skeptical of it. But once I talked to somebody and I went through the numbers myself, and I looked honestly at all the opportunities, and then I bumped that up against anywhere else I had a curiosity. Mm-hmm. This was the clear winner. It's like once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Amen. Amen. That's what everybody says out here.
And I would say just be open, and it's a no pressure thing, but just be open, because if you're open, you have an opportunity to take it all in, and you're going to see it's the place. You're going to see it, you're going to see that the model it's a financial model. I don't see any other financial models out there. It's a complete package that we've never had before as realtors.
Right. Absolutely. No, I love how you phrase that, Amy. And, for somebody that is, they see it's the complete package, they see the model and they want to make the move, but they're nervous, right? I don't know how to break up with my broker. My broker is family or friends, or, is this too good to be true? My broker tells me that EXP is a pyramid scheme. It's a cult. So what would you have to say to somebody that is like, 95% there, and all they need is just a little push to be able to make that move?
Let us break up with your broker for you. We'll help you. No, I mean, seriously, we'll help you with the transition. So any of us here will help you make the transition. And if you're teetering, you know what you want to do. It's now just about the execution. Mm-hmm. So let us help you, walk you through the execution of it, right? So that's what I would say. And loyalty isn't building your retirement, and I'm not saying loyalty isn't important, but sometimes we're loyal to a fault. And does loyalty fill your cup? Does it fill your bank account? Does it? And money is important, right? To fuel your dreams and your needs, right? And so is the culture, and so is the community. That's important too, to keep you achieving your goals that you want to achieve. So if you're teetering and you're right there, the answer, right? The answer. So come on in.
Let us show you the way.
Let us help you.
And if you guys have any questions about coming over to EXP, as Amy said earlier, reach out, ask your questions, interview icon agents. Heck, any of them will talk to you. Any of them that I've interviewed will be happy to talk to you and field questions, including Amy. So do your research. We know it's a scary jump. We know that there's no such thing as a perfect time. Yes, you're leaving deals on the table, but think about that cap. That money you're leaving on the table at your current brokerage, that money you don't have an opportunity to earn back, this culture that's here. I mean, all the things that come with EXP are just invaluable for what, $85 a month? Practically no overhead if you're an icon agent. So get over here, ask your questions, get involved, interview upline, see who's right for you, and EXP will like Amy said, welcome you with open arms, give you a big old hug, break up for your broker with your broker for you, and only up from here. So Amy, are you going to be at EXPCon?
So I will be at EXPCon.
Awesome. Well, I will plan on seeing you there, and our podcast is just over 20 minutes now. So is there anything that you want to leave the listeners with as we wrap it up today?
I would just say, just get out there and do it, right?
Right.
Just do it and do it now.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. Do it now.
Absolutely. There's no perfect time, but it's not a matter of if you come over to EXP, it is when. So Amy, looking forward to seeing you at EXPCon. Thank you so much for your time today, and great job.
Thanks for having me. Take care.
Thanks, Amy. Bye-bye.
This Icon podcast is hosted and sponsored by Sphere Rocket Virtual Assistants, a leading provider for your virtual assistants and outsourcing needs. Owned by one of the top-ranking EXP agents, Justin Nelson. Sphere Rocket VA provides a one-stop virtual staffing solution for business owners, and we specialize in helping business owners grow their business by leveraging through virtual assistants. Trusted by the top names in the real estate industry like Kyle Whistle, Andrew Franklin, John Kitchens, and many more. Get ready to up your success, and we'll help you achieve your business goals. Book your free consultation at sphererocketva.com and find out how we can make your life easier.